Miami Heat getting out of the play-in, Vlad. We said it at the beginning of the season. What makes us believe that this team is going to be anything but what they've been the past couple of years? And so far, so good. Although, a little frustrated after the game the other night, Bam Adebayo says, we're better than this.
We're better than being in the play-in for the last 4 years.
7 of the next 8 at home. How important is it to capitalize on this upcoming schedule here where you're home for an extended stretch?
Protect home court. We already been struggling on the road, so when we go home, win some games, be in our atmosphere, be in our habitat where our fans are cheering for us, and see if we can string some W's together.
I'm here to tell you, Vlad, Bam Adebayo is wrong. This team is not better than being in the play-in. They haven't been for 3 years. They've had the same talent level. And this team is going to be in the play-in because they've done everything that you and I have predicted they would do this year, which is win some games, get you excited, lose some games, get you down. They'll go out there and blow the doors off the Rockets tonight. And you're going to say, oh, they got all their games at home. You heard them. 7 in the next 8. What makes you believe? Well, you got a bunch of games at home, 2 of them against the Nets. And you get the Pistons coming to town. The Wizards, not very good. The Bucks, Magic. Vlad, we're a playing team.
You've been a playing team.
I'm not arguing with you.
You've been a playing team, man. It's frustrating because to see the fans, especially the ones that, on the shows, obviously this show and other shows that we work on during the week, it's just that the constant fighting. It's like they don't want to, some of them doesn't want to accept reality. Like, this is who the team is. Maybe because they were born and when they were younger, they just saw the great big 3 years and everything like that. And then you also had the Jimmy run. So you're expecting this. And you're expecting they're competitive, but you're expecting them to be a team at least within the top 4. And then you got to look at your team and then I don't see it. Like, I thought you have a good 8, right? You have a good 8.
You still have Pelle Larsson starting.
But it's a good 8, but it's not a great 8. It's not an elite 8, pardon the pun, but it's not. But there's weaknesses. There's
defensive weaknesses. There's
right.
Injuries that are going to happen. Therefore, now you're depleted down to a good 7 instead of 8. You're missing 22, 3 points a game now.
Even with Tyler being out most of the season.
That all factors into it, though. Don't sit there, well, if we'd have been healthy all year, we'd be – that's not part of the game. The game is people get hurt. We have injuries. Everybody plays with injuries. But if we were healthy, no. And have no doubt that the Heat can go in there, beat the Rockets, get 2 against the Brooklyn Nets, and we're going to be like, oh, you still feel like we're a play-in team? Yeah, and then the Hornets and the Pistons come to town, and the Wizards probably sneak one on you, and then you're right back where you started.
There's been no consistency.
No doubt.
The only thing that's been a given is the inconsistency of this team. Well, early in the year, they had, we were looking at this week. We're looking to see how they had a winning streak of over 6 games, and they did. That was early in the year. That's the only winning streak of over 6 games they had. Everything else has been, you might win 1, you'll lose 2, you might win 3, you lose 2 in a row.
They had the Bucks dead to rights, and I started saying, look. You come back from the break, you're reinvigorated, your guys are healthier, maybe. And then I heard that game. I heard it because I was listening to it on 104.3 FM WQM. You could hear it just slipping away. And I was like, here we go. And same thing with 76ers. I said, here we go. Here we go.
And then now that Norm is out for a week.
Well, he's week to week.
Okay. So that means more than a week, especially when you're talking about a groin. So. And he was already banged up going into it, and it probably just re-aggravated even maybe slightly more. So now, who steps up now? Who's going to get the added playing time?
That would have to probably be Kel'el Ware. No, that's going to be Jaime Jaquez Jr.
No, those guys are part of your 7 and 8 already. Does Davion get more minutes now? because he wasn't playing. I was
That's
looking
right, he
for him.
wasn't starting.
I didn't see him at all towards the end against
didn't start.
Philadelphia, and I thought maybe you would put him against Maxey.
Kasper Jonas.
He's been shooting the ball better than I expected.
He seems to be putting it together a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been watching him.
He's had a solid campaign so far.
Yeah, it started very questionable, but yeah. Okay, well, Norman Powell's out. That's good.
Yeah, Powell's out, and you got to see what's up right now. Now, this is Tyler and Bam. These are your leaders. There's no Norm. Andrew Wiggins. Pella. This is your squad right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I guess you promote Kasper Jonas with more minutes. I mean, you spread them out between Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasper Jonas. You try to get what you can get out of Drew Smith and Myron Gardner, although sometimes they only play 6 and 3 minutes a game. Okay.
Play-in-ville it is.
I mean, I don't see a scenario where we're anywhere out of the play-in-ville. Oh, Simone Fontecchio. Don't forget about him.
Play-in-ville it is.
Look, I'm telling you it is. I'm here for you. I mean, I just don't see any way we get out of it. And you look at the schedule, and the schedule's not exactly a walk in the park. I know
there's a lot of home games, correct?
That's what they say. Yeah, 7 out of 8 or so. Rockets back-to-back against the Bucks. You get a away game at the Hornets. You get the Pistons. You get the Wizards.
And then, you know what's frustrating about it? Everything is like this, right? Right after the All-Star break, this is probably the first time the team was pretty much healthy.
I thought they were going to make a run.
Right. So after the win against Atlanta, that was a good beatdown. They gave Atlanta a good pop out.
Oh, they killed the Grizzlies too.
And then they backed that up with beating the Grizzlies. So it was like, cool. You go into that in the game Tuesday night against Milwaukee. They should have won that game.
Yeah, they were up. They were the better team.
They were absolutely the better team against a team without their best player, and they lost that game. And then they followed it up against Philadelphia. Maxey was on fire in that first quarter. Then he struggled. But for some, they let VJ get going, and they couldn't get the stop that they needed. And that's the unfortunate thing with this team. Your best offensive weapons are your bad defensive players.
You know what's even sad too? The quote-unquote healthy Heat lineup lasted all of 3 games.
Yeah, that's a problem. Not that, to me, even with I just would like to see what they can produce. You know, take my Nick Byers out the way. I wanted to see what this team could produce if they were fully healthy. Because I really think, all right, you got a nice little solid 8. Maybe you can make a run to the 6th seed. Maybe if everything gets going, you go on a winning streak, you could get high to the 5th seed. But reality, we just gotta be real with it. This team is who they are. They're just a mediocre team
that has struggles with health. So the healthy Heat lineup produced a 31-point win against the Hawks, a 16-point win against the Grizzlies, and an 11-point loss to the Bucks. That's it. Norm goes down in the 76ers game.
And you lost to the Sixers by what, 7?
You lost by 7. And now the rest of the season, and Norm is questionable with the week-by-week groin pull.
But, bro, here's the thing, man. What's it down here? What's going on down here? At least with these two teams. Why does it seem the minute halftime hits and they got to come out for the second half? Both the Heat and the Dolphins just third quarters, bro.
The Heat had a good third quarter the other night. They scored 34.
How much they give up to the other?
26.
What, the Sixers game?
Yeah.
They were trailing from behind, but
they had
the
really
Milwaukee
bad
game.
second. They had a really bad second quarter, which you're going to have bad quarters, you know.
But the second half always seems to be a problem for this team.
Milwaukee, you had a really good third quarter. 35-26.
Fourth
against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of the wrong game.
I think you do.
I think I'm looking at what season am I on?
I think you do, because I'm like, there's no way. The team is notorious for their third quarters, bro. That's why it's called
34-26 against the 76ers.
Okay.
Oops. Let me get back on 2020. Are we in 2026?
Oh, jeez.
Blind leading the blind. No, we had 35-26 against the Bucks in the third quarter. Oh, the fourth quarter was really bad. It was 39-24.
Second half, bro.
Away. That's where it slipped away. 39-24.
Second half, no adjustments.
I listened to that fourth quarter driving home from Riverside Market and Plantation on Tuesday, and it felt bad to just listen to it. I was like, oh, I turned it off before the game was even over. I was like, this game's over. I can't do this right now. Can't do this right when I got my hopes up.
And they probably gonna come out smoking today.
Oh,
first half.
No doubt. We'll beat the Rockets. We'll beat the Brooklyn Nets twice, and then we're gonna get all hyped up again.
I don't know if you're gonna beat the Rockets. It is
they're a very good team.
They are, but it's a 2-point. You're a 2-point underdog at home, so that's not bad. But that would be, put it this way: you can get a win against Houston. You should be able to beat the Nets in 2 games.